Hi guys, this sales training today is kind of going over preferred vendors. There's a section of the agreement that we always cover, and I'm going to give a little precursor. This was an issue for me early. I really had a problem just with the concept of preferred vendors, how the system worked, everything else. Chuck and I can't remember his old COO's name, but they convinced me to buy in. Once I did and I understood the flow and the format and the reasoning, which took being open for a year or two, I was like, okay, this works. Secondarily, I fought fought to get everybody signed up for a vendor, and what I learned was don't battle this too much. At 2%, I mean, when you look at the whole house, it's but you got to just let the vast majority of it go. Try to get a preferred vendor relationship with your lumber yard, which is where the bulk of materials are bought. Except that if you get 1%, you did amazing. And if you want to, on some other minor vendors, flooring can be really valuable, and a couple others. Paint with Sherwin-Williams helps cover a lot of stuff for us, but on the whole, that's about it. Trying to hammer and chase for the ones where it was sale and you end up getting $3, it's just your time's worth more. You're never, ever going to get a decent preferred vendor relationship with labor. You're not. The thing to do with labor is take favors, build up favors, build up background, build up chits, and don't wait too long to cash them, because chits lose value dramatically over time. That is my opinion and my advice. That is not my command. That's not my order. That's not the standards. And that may not be true for you. And if it is working well for you, God bless you and go for it. But I found preferred vendor relationships to be invaluable to me. They help me out a ton, but I keep them very limited. Oh, the number one that always worked for me dominantly was lending. Now, lending's gotten so tough that it's completely shifted, and they could dang near ask me for marketing dollars and I give it to them, and I don't get very much from them anymore. But historically, I used to get $10,000 to $20,000 a month, closer to 20. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of faded a ton, unfortunately. But that one is still there. Your lumber yards, which hopefully is where people buy their trim and the shingles and their doors and their windows and everything, and quite often use even your hardware. That really works very, very well. Again, flooring can work well. You get out of those realms and it's just, you're chasing peanuts. Now, all that was background to get to this point. There's a section of the contract that, if read incorrectly, creates problems. There's a section, if read correctly, helps, I mean, it elevates. So the section is this paragraph on preferred vendors. U-Build establishes and maintains preferred vendor partnerships with select vendors. Some of these preferred vendors pay U-Build an allowance or other fees for marketing and promotional services. To maintain the true construction role, we and our employees are prohibited from accepting any monetary or other forms of compensation from your suppliers or subcontractors. Now, the way I read through this, I can't believe I didn't bring a pen, because I always use a pen for a pointer, but that's okay, we'll just fake it. I go, and you got to keep in mind, there's a paragraph before that and a little paragraph after. As we go into it, I go, this is our preferred vendor segment. Guys, we go so far, we even disclose the people that we do co-op marketing with. So the people that, you know, when I do a TV ad and you see sponsored by First United Bank, I mean, there's going to be no misleading. I go, but okay, let's get through. And I fly through one, and I get to this, and I go, U-Build it, establish and maintain for partnerships, select vendors. Some of these pay U-Build allowances for marketing and promotional services. To maintain a true construction consultant role, we and our employees are prohibited from accepting any monetary or other forms of compensation from your suppliers and subcontractors. Period. We don't have rebates, we don't get kickbacks. We just have co-op marketing in some cases. Boom, and I flow into the next. When you say it and read it like that, people are like, oh, yeah, okay. I mean, my gosh, you're not only above board, you're crazy above board. You're the person that lies to, tells the truth to a fault. And that's absolutely true. Now, this gets down to how you mark the money when it comes in. Most of your preferred vendors are great with and actually prefer paying an ag company. If you get a lender to support you, I 100% guarantee you they would rather write the check to an ag company. Solves a lot of RESPA problems for them. A lot of your others, like your lumberyard, man, they're only going to pay you once or twice a year. And it's going to come to you. What you got to do is you can throw it in your general overhead, which makes this untrue, or you deposit it into a marketing fund. You don't have to open a separate checking account. You just earmark it when you list it in QuickBooks. This is towards marketing. And you use it to help pay your marketing. If that is more than you spend on advertising, then you are the baddest cowboy to ever walk the face of the earth. Because if you ain't advertising, you're not selling that much. If you're not selling that much, your little 1% on lumber and stuff ain't that much. Your home shows, your materials you buy from us are more than that kind of stuff. I can get into detail on this, but I'm just not. So this is very easy. The only way this becomes controversial is how you label it. Accept the fact that 100% of any preferred vendor relationships you have, 100% of that has to go to marketing. And that's covered. Now this is true, and you say it exactly the way I did. Again, you go to the top, go preferred vendor. This is just making sure we over disclose that even people we do co-op marketing with, but let me just go through. First place, there you go. You build, establishes, and maintains preferred vendor partnerships, select vendors. Some of those vendors pay you bill allowance or other fees of marketing and promotional services. The important part for you, to maintain a true construction consultant role, we and our employees are prohibited from accepting any monetary or other compensations from your suppliers and subcontractors. And you read exactly like that. You read with that exact emphasis. You push those words. You have read it word for word. You've covered everything. What you've said is 1,000,000,000 times true, and it 1,000% elevates you. If you want to read it the wrong way, it can make it difficult and you can stumble on this part. Read it to a mirror, read it to your dog, read it to your wife till you have the flow of the diction down perfectly and until you don't have a question in your heart. Otherwise, you're going to hit this, you're going to expect a stumbling block, you're going to expect a mud hole, and you're going to create a swamp. So, very easy fix, very clean fix, super simple cakewalk. If you have any questions, call me directly on my mobile. I will take it and I'll walk you through it. Just do it in the next week. All right, guys. Bless you. Hope this helped. Have a great day.